Rashad, why you
Anyways.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother. Trump, lit.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. I'm doing an early stream tonight. Not that early because it's still, midnight on the East Coast. Shouts out to all my people on the East Coast back home in the A, New York in the building, everything like that. Of course, all the people. And Nate too, DMV in the building too. East Coast is in the building for sure. So it's midnight over there, but this is a bit of an early stream for me because I usually go live in like 2:30 a.m. East Coast time and stuff like that. But to lay out the plan, the schedule for you guys for the next couple of days, I'm going live tonight so I can clip up and post the clips before I go to sleep, or at least get them in the upload space and stuff like that. And then in the morning, I'm gonna wake up before work. 6 a.m. Eastern time is when Tyler's album comes out. I'm not gonna probably be up until about 8 Eastern and to listen to it by 9 Eastern, and then I'm gonna get on stream, and then I will get my first thoughts about it, everything like that, and my instant review of it before work. So that's the plan right now, and that is why I am going live so early tonight. So that is that. I also want to say, was there anything I missed with Stud Buds? The only thing that really happened that was kind of worthy of note the last night of Stud Buds that we didn't already kind of cover and stuff was the Diplo thing. I don't even know if I might have even mentioned that last night, but it was the fact that Courtney Williams didn't know that was Diplo. She just thought it was a random dude playing EDM in the club at the Sports Illustrated party, and she was like, "Hey man, can you play some rap? Can you diversify the music selection?" And that was a viral moment. So shouts out to Courtney Williams, shouts out to Diplo. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize that was Diplo until the chat was saying it's Diplo. So there's that. I was just watching Max. I know. Okay, so going into the weekend, I had a chat with my chat, and we was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this like Marvel thing, this DC thing, the series, right? And then I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna start watching a movie a month. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I said I'm off until Monday, and this was like Thursday. Oh my goodness! So to report back to you guys, I didn't watch a movie. I didn't even watch Drewski's episode number 1 of season 2 of what is it, like Could Have Been Records. I haven't even watched that yet, the boot camp and stuff like that. I've been tuned into this Max thing, this Pipe Boy Max, Love Lock In, whatever it's called, Love In Too Deep season 2. Yeah. So I've been watching that all weekend, kind of in between doing things and stuff like that. And tonight was crazy. Like the questions that Max was asking was wild. He's doing it for the sake of the content, and the content creators were answering a lot of them. And I think the only person that wasn't was like Jay Cinco. Like he was the only one not answering stuff. Ben also didn't answer something too when they asked him when Max's cousin asked him. So you guys can see that. We'll get into streamers and women streamers and female streamers, how they're used in a lot of the streaming world later. I have a video to react to that. That'll be up last or one of the last 2 things, because it's 20-30 minutes. So there's that. I'm glad I laid out the itinerary and the agenda. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first things first, man. We talking about people hating on bags, bro. Because I'll tell you something. Even my dog Zero, and shouts out to Zero, you my dog. I appreciate the support. I seen you commenting all day on the separate videos and different segments and things of that sort. You know I appreciate it as always. You show me nothing but love. You are family. SSB, Zero, Wolf. Who else? Dang. Dan. I'm tweaking. Dan. Big Nate, like y'all family for sure. Y'all know. Flip, shout out to Flip as well. Y'all know y'all family. My boy Mo, when Mo drop in the chat sometimes and things of that sort, that's family. KD drop in the chat sometime, that's family in real life. Big Nate, I mean not Big Nate, but my boy Nate Butler, that's my family. He drop in the chat sometimes. Jordan Dunlap, that's my family in real life. He drop in the chat sometimes. All those people, right? I appreciate y'all. But Zero was tweaking, bro. He talking about, the WNBA ain't profitable. let me tell you something, man. You draw the line. You know what I'm saying? Like when you give your opinion, you got to draw a line in the sand. This is where I stand. I ain't moving off it. See, I ignored this last night. I ignored a lot of the comments last night because it is what it is. At some point, you have to accept the reality for what it is. And there are certain topics that people will never move off of. It's like that's just where they live. That's where their apartment is. That's where they're seated, and they are going to stay there. They're immovable. So you're kind of wasting energy. It's bad for your mental health, which turns into physical health and spiritual as well. It's going to bog you down, make you feel more groggy, everything like that. So certain things is not even worth going back and forth with someone because they already have their mind made up before you even talk to them about it. With that being said, I just kept seeing it, and I kept seeing it, and I kept seeing it. I seen something with Shaq. Someone sent me something with Shaq. Shout out to my brother who sent that to me and things of that sort earlier tonight in the group chat. You know, if you know. And I'm just like, man, it's so many people hating and in someone else's business for someone else bad. Like, what is you in someone else's business? This ain't got nothing to do with you, and you worry about how much money Sabrina and Nescu get from the New York Liberty. It's the same people that say, ironically, dang, this gossip stuff, don't nobody care about this. You having a whole conversation about how much someone's salary is from their employer. And all they want is a fair revenue share from their employer. As professional athletes, you only get 15 years if you are one of the greats of your generation. On average, you get about 3 to 5 years. If you're lucky, and if you're lucky, you get more than 5 years in a professional league. The window isn't that large to make the money that you want to make for the rest of your life. Because once you're out of the league and you can't get back in, D.D. Richards, shouts out to D.D. Richards. This ain't no shade. This is just the truth. Crystal Dangerfield. This ain't no shade. This is just the truth. Shouts out. What's up, Wolf? What's up, Wolf? Wolf, to catch you up. I did an early stream tonight. You know, this is about a couple hours early than what I usually do. I'm doing it because I'm waking up first thing in the morning to listen to the new album, and I'm gonna do a first reaction, everything like that, and rating before work tomorrow morning. But when you're out of the league, Angel McCautry, and you don't get to walk away from the game the way that you wanted to, she wanted just one more last dance, and she didn't get to do that. When certain players don't get the type of retirement that they think they're going to get, that they're afforded because of they had such legendary careers and all of the things, right? None of this is guaranteed. That's all that says. None of this stuff is guaranteed. So you need to be able to maximize your earning potential. And if you want to maximize your earning potential, how do you say that? Well, shoot, you play for a league that don't make no money. They lose money every year. They're in a bad TV deal. They'll get out the TV deal in 2026, and the next TV deal should be extremely profitable for them, and they should make money, and that's how it's going to go. Just is what it is. The Swag's also in a bad TV deal, according to the fans. According to the fans, that's not really my lane of things, but I know, according to Swag fans, they're in a bad TV deal with the ESPN and Disney. I don't know. It's just something I'm hearing. And shouts out to ESPN for employing a lot of my friends and peers and colleagues and things of that sort with Swag football and HBCU football in general. So salute. But they're just asking for a fair revenue share similar to their counterparts in the NBA. If we own by the NBA runs us, why can't we get paid just like the NBA people? And when you say we get paid like the NBA people, that doesn't mean why can't Kayla Charles sign for $26 million just like a role player on the Minnesota Timberwolves can? Is not the same thing, right? That's not the same thing. What they're saying is, and like I said, it's rage bait. I'm getting myself hyped up for something that people have heard for a decade, but they just sat in their ways. And the people who hear this before they hear it are still going to be stuck. The WNBA doesn't deserve it. I hate women in the kitchen, whatever. Okay, right? But it's not saying that Kayla Charles deserves $26 million like a role player on the Minnesota Timberwolves deserves. It's saying that, okay, if the NBA players get a 50% revenue share from the NBA, then why can't we get something at least close or competitive to that 50% for the revenue share for the players in the WNBA? When you see the eyes and the attention that players like if you just start at the top, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have brought to the game in just the past 2 years is different. But with that, with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese doing the whole thing in college and stuff like that at the national championship in 2023, which exploded the rest of women's sports forever and the landscape of women's sports forever in America. The passion and the fandom has spread among all the different teams around the league. The whole league is now more popular. The Atlanta Dream haven't been this popping since the Angel McCautry days. They're going to the championship year after year after year. Are they winning games? No, they're getting swept, but they're going to the and the city was on fire for them. But the South is also on fire for them because there's no other team in the South. It's kind of like the Atlanta Braves in Major League Baseball and things of that sort, right? So it's like, okay, that's the case over there. Atlanta's on fire for the Atlanta Dream. You have a great fan base out in Cali with the Sparks, longtime franchise out there. They've had an established fan base. New York has an amazing fan base. But Golden State came out of nowhere, and it was like, these people were just hungry for a team, which is crazy. It's like you always expect the first game to be sold out. It's the first game in Golden State, first WNBA game. They want to be able to say they went there, but to be sold out and travel the way that they've traveled is sensational. But okay, going back to it, Kate Martin played with Caitlin Clark from Iowa. She has a lot of fans because a lot of people were following her at Iowa. And they're still following her now, into the WNBA. Fans of people from UConn, USC, South Carolina, you're seeing all these fans starting to transfer over into the WNBA, something that the WNBA had a difficult time doing in past years, specifically in the past decade. UConn wins a gazillion games in a row. Gabby Williams and Stewie and Fee and Katie Lou Samuelson all go to the league, and then it kind of just gets quiet for them. It's like, dang, what happened? Like, these gals were leading Sports Center every single night. It was the number one story when they lost to Stanford and the Wumake sisters. And now it's like they get no type of coverage. This is something that Stewie said on the SB stage years before, Paige came up there on the SB stage and went viral for saying Black women built the sport of women's basketball and things. All right, I'm all over the place. I say all of this to say this is something that's been discussed for a long time, but the popularity now, which makes this CBA even more important, what Sinead Wumake said, the most important CBA negotiation in the history of American women's sports, is because it's just been amplified times 12 since the 2023 national championship in college. So yesterday's price is definitely not today's price. And that's all the WNBA players are saying. So if you have a problem with that, if you're going out of your way and you're having a problem with that, with antiquated, outdated opinions about this or that, WNBA players don't make the money. Sit down, bro. It's not concerning you. It's not affecting your wallet. It's not affecting your pockets. You ain't going to the game. It ain't like, dang, if they get a better CBA deal and a better share, they're going to go up on the ticket prices so the owners and the league can still make more money. And this and that, woo, woo, woo. First of all, I thought you said they didn't make no money. Second of all, you're not even going to WNBA games to begin with. The people who are complaining are people who have nothing to do with the WNBA. They just pay attention to like Caitlin Clark headlines. That's it, bro. You don't even watch the game. You don't even follow the game for real. So why am I wasting breath on you? That's why I didn't respond to this yesterday. Is no reason to. But I just kept seeing it over and over. And the fact that I seen Shaq say something about it definitely made me want to say something on it. But when you have someone like Lowe, legend winning, shouts out to Lowe. When you have someone like Lowe kind of calling you out and saying like you're all the way wrong in morals and this and that, and Lowe has crapped nothing but crapped on the WNBA for the past couple of years and things of that sort. So it just is what it is, man. But you're in the wrong when Lowe calls you out on something with the WNBA. When you have Lowe, when you have Dave Portnoy, these are some of the kind of like the guys that are like, what? Like, you guys are like the poster childs of just crapping over women's basketball in the W. Like, who are these people? But when you have them speaking up and calling people stupid for this, but them boys is in business. I ain't gonna lie. Adin is also in business, but he doesn't watch the WNBA. Anyways, let's play this clip. And then I'll read Lowe's caption after.
What does that mean? Pay us what you owe us. Okay. Unless you're Caitlin Clark, you shouldn't ever be able to put on a shirt that says pay us what you owe us. I'll explain it to you ladies. And it's nothing against girls. People think I'm misogynistic and shit like that. I love women. I have sisters. I have a mother. I love women. But guys, let's be real here. Okay? your league makes no fucking revenue at all. It's probably a write-off for the NBA. I'm just being real here. I'm being real here. I'll tell you guys how it is. I don't really give a fuck.
So there's that from Adin Ross. And Lowe said, wait, ... Kig is a subsidiary. Kig gives much better revenue split than Twitch, which was Adin's selling point for streamers to come over to Twitch ever since he kind of like was one of the starting people for it. It's like, come over to Twitch. I mean, come over to Kig. You'll get more money from your ad revenue than you will at Twitch. You make more money over here. Come over to Kig. Where for the creators, is no censorship. You don't get banned over here. It just is what it is. SSB was happening, twin. And yeah. So that's what Adin Ross' selling point was for kids streamers to leave Twitch and come over to Kick. He said, so Lowe said in 2023, Kick was not profitable, ... but they still gave $50 million to Adin plus equity. He said, so according to you and your beliefs, you don't even think you should be getting paid at Kick. Is you gonna say that? Is you gonna give up your money for this and that? No. So why is you worried and speaking on somebody else's bag, bro? It's frustrating, dog. SSB said he trusts Lowe to be honest. He said Kick is kind of toxic. And then yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But shouts out to Lowe. I mean, he's a rich dude. He knows his stuff. In the NBA, relatively. In the WNBA, he doesn't know his stuff. And I ain't gonna lie. I look up to Lowe in terms of like him being from the city, him being from like Atlanta, and making something out of himself out of content. Like he found a way to get the bag, and I don't know. I look up to him content wise. However, with this actual takes, terrible. With the WNBA, terrible takes. Shouts out to Bailey Jackson Sports. He said, I don't even think Rumble or other sites are profitable. Dang, it wouldn't surprise me if Rumble isn't. No, it kind of would. Because Rumble has like a, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a profitable kind of audience type deal aim. All right, shouts out to Bailey Jackson. This is the clip that I was sent in the group chat from my boy.
100,000 a year.
Disgrace. Asia Wilson should be making $10 million a year.
Caitlin's she's still on her rookie contract.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like
70 to 80,000.
I never knew this.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Bro, what? Oh my goodness, bro. To give you guys a little perspective on this, Shaq went on Angel Reese's podcast. First of all, Shaq has signed Dejanay Carrington, I believe, and Angel Reese, I know for a fact, to his Reebok brand, right? And what did I say? What did I say with that? And with that, he's worked in women's basketball. His daughter was a McDonald's All-American, and she's currently a SEC player, high level Division I competition. She has a chance to go to the WNBA if she improves immensely for the rest of her college career. The fact that he did not know current WNBA salaries and ranges and things is insane. I just want to say that. Let me see what SSB was saying before I continue. To be YouTube is the top dog. Everyone else is scrapping for leftovers. To me, on this whole situation, if you can get the finances correct, you should your portions of the shares. Yeah, no, I agree with that, man. Just if the NBA, it comes down to this. Before I'm gonna say this again. If the NBA gives its players 50% of revenue, the WNBA currently gets 9% of revenue. That's a 40% gap, 41% gap, right? Math. The WNBA players are just asking, dang, can we at least get 35%? Can a sister at least get 40%? Heck, can we even meet you somewhere near the middle and get 27-30%? But I ain't doing no 9% when the NBA, And then Satu, I don't know what the first offer was, but Satu said it was a slap in the face. Look, negotiation tables, the art of negotiation. Read the book. We're gonna watch this anyway. Here we go.
I never knew that. So now we gotta lower the rim. Stop it. But you want to make more money?
Oh my goodness. And he's sticking with this lower the rim and where the panties thing, like Shaq, bro. I don't know if he even said that. I didn't even finish my thought. I jumped from another thing. So he went on the Angel Reese podcast, if you guys didn't know, and his Reebok athlete. And he pretty much just said, like, y'all gotta lower the rim so y'all could dunk. And then, wear them shorts that you wore on stage at Wildin' Out. And the shorts that Angel had on at Wildin' Out. Excuse me. Wildin' Out. Hold on. Wildin' Out. The shorts that Angel Reese had on there. I'm about to say, internet, don't be doing this to me now. These were the shorts that she had on at Wildin' Out. He said, if you wear these shorts that you had on stage at Wildin' Out, if you're doing that and y'all lowered the rims, more people will watch and y'all would get it popping. Crazy. Because she looked at Shaq as a big homie, as an unk, as a this, as a that. And he's saying, get a little sexy for me and dunk. And then we'll watch the games. It's crazy, dog.
Let Caitlin go baseline and fingertip dunk. And then Angel, the way she do her layup like that, let her turn that wrist over one time and throw it down. Come on, man. Trust me on this. I'm telling you. I've always said something to Candace on how the game would grow. I was doing the Shaq verse one time, and I was training with the women volleyball. I'm spiking. I'm looking like a Olympic volleyball. But then when I get to the guys, I'm barely spiking. So I said, hey. He said, yeah, the net's just lowered a little bit. And then women's golf. Guys are back here. The women are right there, right? What's the only thing that's missing from the women's game and the guys' game?
The ball's already smaller in the women's game, as you know.
Not this again.
What is the only thing that's missing?
The dunking.
Thank you. I'm not saying lower it to clown rate. Again, don't go from 10 feet to 8 feet, but just right there. But that's the only difference from our game.
So yeah, crazy take. I'm glad at least one of the co-hosts spoke up and said, not this again. At least someone said something. Shouts out to Bailey Jackson. I see her name every now and again. I think she was on Check Out the Stat. Shouts out to Stat Baby. Shouts out to Treasure Wilson. Shouts out to AMP. Shouts out to Chris Next Door and things of that sort. For sure. Both friends of the channel. Ironic. I don't even know if they know that. But shout out to both of them for sure. All right, next.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.